For Nigerian music sensation, a set of behavior is becoming a pattern that may not be too beneficial to his fledgling career. His quarrel with Tanzanian fans and arrest by the authorities came to mind. But the Buga Krona appears to have settled matter with Tanzanian fans and put the ugly episode behind. Days after failing to show up for a scheduled show, thousands of fans stormed a venue in the country again for the singer's makeup concert. A viral video online showed the moment Daniel apologized for what happened while insisting that he has nothing but love for his Tanzanian fans. That's as a last week when I saw the young man being escorted into a police vehicle, and I said, "Man, that is in for it."
Well, the argument basically at some time, especially when a few years after it happened, was that, see, this is a civil case in which the police should not have been involved. It's civil. If I feel offended or aggrieved by whatever you have done to me, I'll go to court and ensure that I get justice. I'm not supposed to bring in soldiers or policemen to harass you. We should be very clear about that. But it doesn't mean that I'm in support of what he has done. You don't collect money and give excuses for not attending it. More so, it wasn't his first time of being. 3 times in how many months he has done it. The fact that you are now famous will even make you more sober so that you can sustain whatever you have going for you. Most of them don't seem to follow the pattern. A musician comes up today, by tomorrow is gone because cannot sustain the pattern. If I were to be him, I'll be looking at some role model. Late fella Nicola Pokuti has a show. If you are not careful, it's going to be at the venue before you. Femi has shown the same trend. Even if most of us don't, we have not seen fella perform. But there are also some other very popular musicians. There was a so-called concert that I went some weeks back. My children said, yes, they wanted to see this musician perform here in Lagos. And the man did not arrive until past 4 when we wanted to leave. We were already in the car when they said he had arrived. Where has he been? What was he doing? And then you expect that they will say he has a concert elsewhere and I'm going to go and pay for it. That's not going to be done. I would rather pay for a Femi Kuti show because I know that I'm going to get value for that money.
Managing character and talent, it seems it's something that, this Nigerian artists so blessed outside, they adore them. Outside Nigeria, in Africa, you can see the number of people who, as far back as Tanzania, Uganda, you had a show in Uganda before that time, before coming to play here. They still appreciate our talent. This is one very good thing that we have going for us.
Exactly, Ayo. But at the end of the day, we take the fans, they take the fans for granted. They disrespect the fans so much. Like for the one that happened in Tanzania, the organizer said he spent close to £300,000, the dollars. And each fan, because it was a premium event, some paid $10,000, some paid $5,000. And so if I am going to watch a Kizz Daniel and his event was supposed to start at 9 and he's not there, he's now giving excuses that maybe the airline did not bring his complete chain or his bag.
Good.
What is my business with that? You have chain there in your neck. Come and play. Let me enjoy myself and go home. Though he has apologized to the Tanzanian fans, he has to sit down and look at himself. His managers also, so when I was growing up, I was covering entertainment. Some of them do not treat, not to talk of even we, the journalists, they don't treat fans as if they are human beings. Because if, for instance, you say, oh, my show is 7 p.m., I will be thinking of 7 p.m. I will not be thinking of
4
10
a.m.
o'clock or 4 o'clock. I can give you a list of our musical artists who they are perpetual latecomers. If they tell you 10 o'clock, Ayo, don't go there at 10. Go there around 1. Because that is when they will start singing their normal, the song that you want to hear. But if you say you want to go there at 10, you wait there till 2 a.m. I can give you a list, but I won't because we are talking about Kizz Daniel here. So if they continue this way, they won't last long. Because it's like, okay, you have shown the whole world that this is the Nigerian factor. Because the Nigerian factor, if event is for 10 o'clock, they will not come at 10. But just like Dr. has said, I've gone to Shine several times. Just to go and listen to Femi, how he's playing. Sometimes he will tell you, my rehearsal is 9 p.m. and 9 p.m. to 10. When once it's 10 o'clock, Femi is done with rehearsal. When once he says, the show for Sunday is 10 p.m. till 11, he will play from that 10 p.m. to 11. That is someone who is disciplined and respects his fans. But the younger generation of musicians that we have now, they don't care. They don't care. If they say 9 o'clock, if you get to that place at 9 o'clock, it is the comedian that will be cracking jokes till that time and be apologizing on their behalf.
Okay, Jide, do you think this is success getting into their, especially Kizz Daniel? He seems to be the rave of the moment across the world now. Do you think he can't manage this success?
I've heard that he's arrived at shows very late in the past. It's not something peculiar. It's not a bit peculiar to him. Others are just like that. Others are like that. Most of them. A musician is supposed to arrive at a show. He comes, plays for 1.5 hours, and he leaves. So the respect for the fan is not really there. They don't give even the fans their money's worth. I expect that the greater success you achieve, the more sober and the more the better behaved you become. But that's not what we are saying. But I'm happy for one thing. The issue has been resolved. A makeup show was organized for Friday, and he entertained the fans. The fans were happy, and between him and the promoter, the blame was shared because he claimed that the story told to people across the world was not what happened, that it was the promoter that misled him, that they had agreed to move the concert, but that the promoter didn't communicate that to people. So, but no one knows who is lying between the two of them. But it is important for Nigerian artists who are making it all over the world, who are respected all over the world now, to behave in a manner that would not turn people against them. The other day, Kizz Daniel went to Uganda, and a woman stepped forward with flowers. The usual thing is you take the flower from the person, hug the person, and move on. But Kizz just walked past her. So they began to attack him on social media. He then sent for the woman, apologized, and received that flower from her. But that's what he should have done that day when the woman walked up to her as she came down from the aircraft. A musician has to be level-headed, has to be humble. If Kizz Daniel, who is clearly now the highest ranked Nigerian in terms of live streaming of his work, because across all the parameters, whether it's airplay or streaming or even virality of the song or TikTok or popularity of artists. Buga, his song is ahead of every other song by a big margin. In fact, more than 25 million people had live streamed Buga by the first week of July this year. And that's how many will still see it in the coming months. We've seen world leaders, like George Weah even danced to it. So it's extremely popular. I just hope that he and others will behave themselves. Kizz Daniel, for example, on his birthday, said he has quit smoking. That was on May 1st. But another video came out recently in which he was seen smoking again. So I think it has to be properly managed so that this sort of thing will not happen again. But I'm happy for him. I'm happy for every one of them because even the kids working with Don Jazzy, the Marvins, their single overdose is coming second to Buga. It shows that across the world, the Nigerian music is doing very well. You need to see the way Australians, far away Australia, the way they received Rema. They didn't even allow him to sing his song. It became something like it was Rema that was the guest and the crowd, the artist, because they were the ones singing his song. So it's good for us as a country, but we need these boys, including Burna Boy, who fired at a man the other day, because the man, the wife of the man would not allow her to take him away in a club. Your security men fired at someone's husband. So that indiscipline is what they have to work on. And the sky really is their target because they are doing very, very well, and I'm proud of them as a Nigerian.
If Jide is talking about, what they should work on, and Kizz Daniel and some others, Portable will come to my mind. That young man, I don't stop watching him every day.
That was another being entirely. And I think he doesn't even have a manager that can even hold on to him.
Managing?
Yes, because
it's not manageable.
He needs somebody that will manage. It's another talent, He needs to just, the managers need to work on him. Because
Doctor is saying it's not manageable.
Well, it depends. Maybe it's because he's younger now, but by the time he gets older, somebody will be able to manage him.
At some point, if you have followed some of these artists, you see that the foundation matters a lot. Let's use the example of Kwam One. When he started, his level of literacy isn't where it is now. But it took time to work on himself.
Yeah.
And he had a media manager who went even beyond his brief to tutor him on managing his anger, his look, everything. There was a day he went for a show very late. It wasn't his fault. He was heading to Iwo, and Lagos-Ibadan Expressway was completely blocked. A show that was supposed to start at, was it 10? Because it was a wedding or burial ceremony. He didn't get there until 3 p.m. He didn't get there until 5. And he was communicating with them. When he got there, he was supposed to leave that venue at 7. They made arrangements and got permission to perform late into the night. And he announced it on stage. That was what he was going to do. It wasn't his fault. Everybody knew it. But that's how these people should behave. Get to a point where those who pay your bills, just like the policemen we spoke about, it's like that reality has not dawned on them. that we are the one paying their salary. When fans pay your bill, you give them what they want. You give them respect. It's important.
All right.